Ajax are just one win away from winning his third title as Ajax governor, heading into the final busy week over in the Dutchlands. Can they do it? Can they bloody do it? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks. Back giving another prediction video today. We're looking forward to match day number, 33 over in the Dutchlands. And we'll get to that in just one second. If you know where you mean, smash your subscribe and keep banging out today with all things Dutch football related, Black and Rose related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one Rooski. That's right, of course. What a weekend it was. And what a weekend it could have been as well for the likes of bloody PSV. But they blew it. They blew their chance to close in. And of course, Ajax heading into the final week. And of course, the gap is as it was, of course, pre-match last weekend, of course. But anyway, what's going to happen this weekend? We'll look at it, all of it in a minute. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They're the patrons, guys. Thank you for loving, of course, behind the scenes. You know who you are. Anyway, let's get into it. Of course, take a look at how we all got on then, shall we? Of course, these were the games, of course, some big ones as well. AZ Alkmaar gave them a run for the money, 2-2 in the end over Ajax. That's right. I called it right. Called it, lads. Groningen did lose to Sparta Rotterdam. They're fighting for their lives. Of course, final, but also with a 2-2 draw against PSV. Nijmegen with a big win over go-ahead Eagles Zwolle over the draw against Utrecht. Cambuur and Waalwijk also duked it out to a draw. 20, my boys lost to Sittard in a 3-goal thriller. I went with a 3-goal thriller myself, but it went the other way. Vitesse also lost to Heerenveen, and of course Willem with a big win over Heracles Almelo. Of course, what's that done to the table? Well, this is it. As you can see, 4 points is the gap. Ajax over PSV. Final into third. They'll be third unless something spooky goes on. Twente can hang on in there. And the fourth, if they can just keep AZ Alkmaar at bay. But of course, down the table, it looks like Zwolle. What does it look like down the bottom there? I'm really confused at the moment. So there's 6 points left. So in theory they could be safe, but it's anyone's guess really. Heracles are probably they're out of it. They're safe in for the most part. Of course, they do have a playoff spot there, but of course they are avoiding the automatic drop right now. But right now, heading into the final week, is PEC Zwolle and Willem are going to go down. Sparta Rotterdam have given them a bit of hope with that big win last week, of course. So anyway, let's get into it. Of course, well, this is the games that are going to take place on Wednesday now, so we've got a double match week, of course. But anyway, of course, Jimmy Watton, Froster and Vinny Hong picking up 4 points there. Well done to you. Well done indeed, of course. And what about, of course, the mini leaderboard? Now, this is from January onwards. It's actually Jordan running away with it with 77 points, of course, and Russell Frost in second spot there, and Vinny Hong not too far away either. Of course, it's been very, very spicy. Of course, we'll have the conclusion of that very, very soon. And of course, this is the prediction league. This is the link to get involved with it right here, right now. So these are the games, of course, heading into the final weekend, or week of action, of course, double match week indeed. So, but of course, before we jump into the final game of the season, we have the penultimate game, of course. So let's get in the deep end, of course, kicking all off, I think, all on 11th of May, all at the same time as well. So let's get into it. Ajax up against Heerenveen, of course, a win, and they're in for the title for Erik ten Hag, of course, as he bows out to go to Shithouse United. That's right. Anyway, of course, kicking off all these two sides, we'll look calls at the Johan Cruyff Arena, of course, 11th of May. Played each other 67 times since 1993, 46 wins for Ajax. 11 to Heerenveen and 10 draws, of course. Ajax, though, coming to just one win. So one defeat past 6 for them, 75% form. Up against Heerenveen side, of course, who've turned the corner at long last with a one defeat at the past 6 as well. 67% form heading into this match as well. Last time around, of course, over in Ajax was a 5-1 win for Ajax back in October 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, a 2-0 win for Ajax over Heerenveen back in October 2021. Ajax, of course, unbeaten over the last 5 matches, of course, in professional competitive action. Of course, conceding just a couple of goals along the way. Meanwhile, of course, Ajax did draw with AZ Alkmaar last time around. Heerenveen with a 2-1 win over Vitesse Arnhem, of course. But the odds for this, we've got 8-1 on Ajax, of course, over in Amsterdam. Of course, 70-2 is your draw, and 60-1 is your Heerenveen. Expect a full house, of course, as you always do, because a win for Ajax will, of course, guarantee them the title, and of course, a big way to bow out for Ten Hag as well. Going to go with a win, of course, for Ajax here. 2-0 win for them, enough to take the title, and of course, bow out in glory. Kicking off for Utrecht against AZ Alkmaar as well, coming at you on Wednesday, 11th of May. Played each other 52 times in 6, 19 wins for Utrecht, 25 wins for Alkmaar, and of course 8 draws. Just 1 win and 6 for Utrecht right now, 42% form for them. Up against the Alkmaar side, just 1 win and 6 for them, 58% form. Scrap that, just 1 defeat past 6, 58% form for them as well. Last time around, of course, over in Utrecht, it was a 2-2 draw back in December 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, a 5-1 win in AZ back in October this campaign. Well done to them, of course. Meanwhile, Utrecht with a draw against Zwolle, and of course AZ Alkmaar did draw with Ajax last time around. The odds for this badger, of course, we have Utrecht 21-10 for the victory, 65 is your AZ, and 13-5 is your draw. I'm back in, of course, a away win here, 2-1 for AZ easy Alkmaar, ending the season strongly and making a push for the top 4. Kicking off always Fortuna Sittard up against VT's Arnhem. Coming at you as well, same day, same time. Not the same place. This one's at the Fortuna Sittard Stadion. Picture the 22 times in 1995. 2 wins for Sittard, 30 wins for VT's, and 7 draws, of course. Just one defeat at the past 5 for Fortuna Sittard, 58% form up against the VT side, who've won twice at the last 6, 33% form for them heading into this. Last round, of course, over in Sittard, it was a 3-3 draw back in May 2021, around about this time last season. The reverse fixture, of course, a 1-1 draw back in September, way back when. VT's unbeaten against Sittard over the last 5, picking up 3 wins and a couple of draws. They come into this, though, on the back of a 2-1 loss against Heerenveen. Of course, Sittard with a 2-1 win over Twente last round. The odds for this badger, though, we've got, what do we got? We've got Sittard, of course, 2-1 for the Richie, 30-10 is your VT's, and 30-5 is your draw. Back in, of course, a 1-win win for Vitesse to take the W, and, of course, put a bit of kink in Fortuna Sittard's end of the season. Meanwhile, PSV, no, go ahead Eagles over against Feyenoord, that's right, coming at you at, of course, their fancy pants, the Alderhost, played each other 15 times in 1983, 4 wins to go ahead Eagles, 6 wins for Feyenoord, and 5 draws, of course. Go ahead Eagles, though, 50% forward for them, winning 3 and losing 3 over the last 6. However, they do come into this on the back of 3 defeats on the spin. Up against the final side, 83% form for them, unbeaten the last 9 games, of course, and last time played they go ahead Eagles, at Go Ahead Eagles, it was a 1-win win for her Go Ahead Eagles back in November 2016. The reverse fixture, of course, a 2-0 win for Feyenoord, back in August this campaign. Go Ahead Eagles picked up a 1-0 loss against Nijmegen. Feyenoord with a 2-2 draw against PS Also, Feyenoord are celebrating, of course, after their final. They made the final, of course, of the Europa Conference League, and they'll take on Mourinho's Roma at the end of May as well. So good end of the season for them to look forward to. The odds, though, for this one, Go Ahead Eagles 11-2 for the Richie, 94 on is your Feyenoord, and 54 is your bloody draw. Back in, of course, Feyenoord here, 2-0 win for them on the road to take the 3 points. PSV up against NEC, that's right, coming at you at the Philips Stadion, of course. Played the 46 times in 1994, 36 wins to PSV, 3 wins to Nijmegen, and 7 draws, of course. Meanwhile, PSV just one defeat, about 6-75% form for them, up against Nijmegen side, just 1 win and 4 for them, 42% form for them heading into this game. Last round, of course, over at the Philips Stadion was a 3-1 win for PSV back in February 2017. The reverse fixture in Nijmegen was a 2-1 win for PSV back in December 2021. Of course, PSV winning at least 6 on the bounce. I'm looking at, they haven't won the last 8 games, Nijmegen over PSV. Of course, I know with the draw against Feyenoord last round, Nijmegen with a 1-0 win over Go Ahead Eagles coming into this game. The odds for this one, though, PSV is 7-1 on for the Richie, 52 is your draw, 50-1 is, of course, your NEC on this one. Of course, you're going to back Eindhoven at home here, 3-1 win for them, as, of course, they also want to end the season strongly as well. Kicking off was RKC Waalwijk up against Heracles Almelo. That's right, coming at you as well. Same time, same place, or not same place, same day. 22 times they played in 2005. 5 wins for Waalwijk, 30 wins for Almelo, and 4 draws, of course. Waalwijk, though, 50% form for them. 1-2, lost 2, and drawn 2 over the last 6 up against the Almelo side. Just 1 win and 4 for them. 42% form heading into this match as well. Last round, though, in, where are we? Waalwijk. It was a 3-0 win for Waalwijk back in February 2021. The reverse fixture, of course, a 1-0 win for Almelo back in September 2021 this campaign. The Wastelands only won once the last 5. That was when Waalwijk beat Almelo in Almelo back in October 2020. Waalwijk picking up a draw against Cambuur last round. Wilhelm Twey did beat Heracles Almelo last round, of course, and Almelo's last victory was a 1-0 win against Groningen on the road. Looking at the odds for this one then, shall we? We've got RKC 30-10 with the Richie, 12 short, and 21-10 is your away win. That's Heracles Almelo. 1-1 in the end for me on this one. Point split right down the middle. Cambuur, they're going to be taking on Wilhelm Twey, of course, as well. Wednesday the 11th, of course, played the 13 times since 1993. 2 wins for Cambuur, 8 wins for Wilhelm, and 3 draws, of course. Cambuur, though, haven't won in the last 8 games, of course, 17% form for them up against the Wilhelm Twey side, picking up 2 wins the last 3 games, 42% form over the last 6, though. Last round, though, in Cambuur was a 1-1 draw back in April 2016. Of course, the reverse fixture, of course, a 3-1 for Cambuur in Wilhelm back in December 2021. Cambuur are unbeaten. In fact, they're not unbeaten, really. They're just they're back-to-back games unbeaten against them. Meanwhile, Cambuur picking up a 1-1 draw against Waalwijk. Of course, Wilhelm with a 2-0 win over Hercules Almelo last round, of course. Looking forward on this one, the odds, Cambuur coming at 7-5 for the Richie, 70-10 is your Wilhelm, of course. 11-4 is the draw here. Back in, of course, a Cambuur win here, 2-1 win for them. Get back to winning ways, of course, end the season with a bit of a bang as well. Sparta Rotterdam up against PEC Zwolle, of course, coming at you as well, same day, same time. Play each other, these two sides, of course. 17 times in 2004, 6 wins for Sparta, 7 wins for Zwolle, and 4 draws, of course. Sparta, though, just 1 win and 6 for them, 33% form for them, up against the Zwolle side, who've just lost 1 to the last 4, 42% form for them heading into this match. Last round, though, in Sparta was a 3-2 win for Sparta back in April 2021 on the reverse fixture. Of course, a 1-1 draw in Zwolle back in September 2021. Zwolle also with a 1-1 draw against Utrecht Utrecht last time around. Sparta with a 2-1 win over Groningen last time around on the bloody road. The odds for this one, though, we could kick it off at 11-8 is your Sparta, 21-10 is your Zwolle, and 23-10 is your draw on this. Going to back, of course, is Zwolle loss. Sparta win, 2-2 for them to kick it on forward. Of course, maybe save the bloody day. Twente, my boys, up against Groningen. Of course, we'll wrap up the sweep here, of course, at the Groschfesta. Played each other 55 times in 1993. 24 wins for Twente, 14 wins for Groningen, and 17 draws. Just one defeat at the past 5 games for Twente. 50% form over the last 6. That's 1-2, lost 2, and drawn 2. Up against the Groningen side, who've lost 5 of them out. 17% form for them heading into this match as well. Last time out in Twente was a 3-1 win for Twente back in September 2020. A lot of 20s knocking around there. Meanwhile, Twente unbeaten against Groningen over the last 6, pick up 3 wins and 3 draws as well. Meanwhile, Twente picking up a 2-1 loss against Sittard. Groningen with a 2-1 loss against Sparta. The odds over this one, 20-11 on. Golly, I said 20 about 1,000 times there. 60-5 is draw and 5-1 is your bloody draw. Of course, back in Twente here too. A 1-0 win for them to take it to the house. That is it, guys. That is, of course, the penultimate game of the season. We'll be back for the final game of the season. Cutley 4+ Dutch, get your name in the lights, of course, as we look forward to seeing and crowning a champion in our own prediction league. But that is it. Please do this. Give it a bit of love and smash your thumbs up. It does wonders for our algorithm. We're trying to get over that hump here into 27,000 subscribers. If you haven't done that, smash the subscribers. We'll be back throughout the summer with some content, but hopefully you can join me too. But until then, boys, we're done right now. See you later. Till then, but be safe out there.